All-Ireland SHC Quarter-Final Limerick 0-2-7, Kilkenny 1-2-2 By Daragh Small at Semple Stadium Limerick had 11 different scorers from play as they came with a late surge to knock Kilkenny out of the hurling championship in their first win over the Cats since the 1973 All-Ireland final, the last time Limerick lifted the Liam MacCarthy Cup. Late points from substitutes Peter Casey and Shane Dowling got Limerick over the line, while Tom Morrissey also hit a key score late on to send Limerick into the All-Ireland semi-final against Cork. John Keely's side were 0-15 to 0-12 clear at half-time, and they were sublime before the break. And Kilkenny couldn't find enough in the second half despite Richie Hogan's goal. Hogan was a late inclusion in the Kilkenny starting 15, he replaced Richie Leahy, and scored his side's first point in the 4th minute. Seamus Flanagan hit back for Limerick 1 minute later, but Kilkenny were the dominant force. James Marr scored their second point, and that was followed by Reid's first from a free. Kilkenny went 0-4 to 0-1 in front when Reid popped over his second free. Limerick were wasteful in attack, and Kilkenny ran up a 0-7 to 0-3 lead with Hogan on target with his third and Colin Fennelly with his first, but Limerick almost goaled through Aaron Gillan in the 13th minute, and the warning signs were definitely there. Kilkenny regressed massively between the 18th and 24th minutes, and Limerick fought back to draw level. Graham Mulcahy scored first, and Diarmuid Byrne's inspirational effort really drove Limerick on. Marr scored his second point to stem the flow, but that didn't last long. Gillan scored either side of a big Declan Hannon point, and the sides were level 0-8 to 0-8. TJ Reid and Kyle Hayes traded points after Limerick should have scored a certain goal, but Flanagan's heavy pass was cut out by Kilkenny goalkeeper Owen Murphy. Gearoid, Hegarty and Marr scored for their sides, but then Limerick went on a 4-point run coming up to half-time. Hegarty scored after a stunning pass from Flanagan, and Mulcahy, Tom Morrissey and Darragh O'Donovan also found the range. Conor Fogarty reduced the arrears for Kilkenny, and Fennelly's second meant Kilkenny trailed by 0-15 to 0-12 at halftime. TJ Reid scored a fourth free on the resumption, but Limerick remained in the ascendancy, and Hegarty began the second half onslaught. Limerick were 0-17 to 0-13 in front when Owen Murphy pulled off his third point-blank save, this time from Gillan in the 46th minute. He was keeping them in the game, and the outfield players scored 3 points in 2 minutes to leave them trailing by 1 in the 53rd minute. Leahy made the impact off the bench with 2 scores, and it was 0-19 to 0-18. Mulcahy should have goaled 2 minutes later, but he took his point, and it settled a shaky Limerick outfit. Peter Casey came on for Flanagan after he missed another goal chance, and Casey scored a crucial point with O'Donovan crowning that off from a sideline cut before he departed. John Donnelly came on in the 62nd minute, and after he scored a point he set up Hogan, who swiveled and lashed his shot past Nicky Quaid. But Limerick retained their composure and scored 3 points in a row for a 0-25 to 1-21 lead before Leahy leveled it again in the 68th minute. The game was hectic and the air count rose, but Morrissey kept a cool head to give Limerick the lead in the 71st minute, and Gillan finished it off. Scorers for Limerick: Aaron Gillan 0-5 2F, Tom Morrissey 0-4, Kyle Hayes 0-3, Gearoid, Hegarty 0-3, Graham Mulcahy 0-3, Darragh O'Donovan 0-3, 1, SL, Peter Casey 0-2, Seamus Flanagan 0-1, Diarmuid Byrne 0-1, Declan Hannon 0-1, Shane Dowling 0-1. Scorers for Kilkenny: TJ Reid 0-7, 5F, 1, 65, Richie Hogan 1-3, Richie Leahy 0-4, James Marr 0-3, Colin Fennelly 0-2, Conor Fogarty 0-1, Liam Blanchfield 0-1, John Donnelly 0-1. Limerick: Nicky Quaid, Sean Finn, Mike Casey, Richie English, Diarmuid Byrne, Declan Hannon, Dan Morrissey, Darragh O'Donovan, Cian Lynch, Gearoid, Hegarty, Kyle Hayes, Tom Morrissey, Aaron Gillan, Seamus Flanagan, Graham Mulcahy. Subs: Peter Casey for Flanagan, 59, Shane Dowling for Hegarty, 59, William O'Donoghue for O'Donovan, 63. Kilkenny, Owen Murphy, Paul Murphy, Padraig Walsh, Paddy Deegan, Joey Holden, Cillian Buckley, C. Robert Lennon, Conor Fogarty, James Marr, Martin Cogan, Richie Hogan, Pat Ling, Billy Ryan, Colin Fennelly, T.J. Reid, subs, Liam Blanchfield for Ling, 35, Richie Leahy for Cogan, 45, John Donnelly for Fennelly, 62, G.E.R. Aylward for Ryan, 72. Referee, James McGrath Westmeath.